Hello YouTube Pipers, it's Double O Pipe, aka Rick here. I'm opening a jar of Carter Hall to put in this pipe to see if further smoking makes it better. So you'll have to wait just a moment while I put some tobacco in this little opening here. It's Sunday. This is the day I said I would draw a name from my hat. And I know everybody's excited. I can feel the excitement in the air. Okay, the pipe is filled. Got my window open for a breeze. Recapped my jar of tobacco. What am I looking for? Heck, I don't know. Have a beverage, a cup of tea. Let me light my pipe here. Okay, I think we got our beginnings begun. Now I have my list of names here. There were a few more folks that wanted to be put on the list yesterday, so I put them on the list. And then I wrote all the names down on little sheets or little bits of card, folded it over so it'd be easier to pick up, and put them in my hat. So, let me shake them up. Oops, I didn't want it to come out that way. I'm going to reach into the hat so I can't see. And I'm going to pull out a name, if I can get them separated here. All right. And the name is Central Cal Piper. So what I need from Central Cal Piper is all the information so that I can get a gift certificate from smokingpipes.com mailed to him. So I'll need name and address. And as soon as I get that, I will get in touch with smokingpipes.com and have that sent out to him. How's that sound? Now, there is a way to get my email address on YouTube here. You just have to go and check under my information. And then if you'll email me the information that I need, if you feel safe doing that, or if you think that that'll be all right in your mind, then just email me the information so that I can get that certificate sent out to you. And I appreciate you for being a subscriber to my channel, which now has around 328 subscribers since the 250 mark that we're celebrating here. And that one that one video now has 1.3 thousand views. Somebody said it must have gotten caught up in an algorithm. I don't know what that means, but it's really strange to have that many people look at something that I put online. But I really appreciate all the people and all the nice compliments that I get. Excuse me. It's that frog back. And I do appreciate them. And I try to answer every one of them. I don't think I've missed one yet, because I go back and look to see if there's something that I've missed, which is getting kind of hard now since there are like 75 posts that I've made. This pipe does smoke Carter Hall much better than the others. I like it very much. Once again, Central Cal Piper is the winner of the drawing. And I look forward to sending that certificate out to him. I don't know how y'all's weekend has been. Ours has been mighty hot, like I'm sure everybody else's has been, or at least I hear a lot of complaints about the heat. But you know, it was always hot when I was younger, and we didn't have air conditioning when I was younger, and we lived through it. We had an a window fan, which just pulled that hot air across you, but that air going across you cooled you down. So I try to think of those days when we didn't have air conditioning and try to appreciate the weather as it is. Of course, I don't go outside much, and I don't have the windows open much. But I did, excuse me, I'm just having some problems here. I did get out and cut the backyard yesterday. I did it early in the morning, and there was a nice cool breeze, which was keeping me relatively cool. I don't think the temperature was above 78, so that was the best time to cut the grass. I haven't cut the front lawn because even though it's tall, it just looks lush green to me, and I don't mind the grass being tall. I can still walk through it, the house can still be seen, but the lawn itself in front just looks a lush green, and I don't want to lose that by cutting it, because whenever you cut off those high blades, you lose that green. So if the neighbors complain, the neighbors complain. What do I care? I mean, it's not like it's a yard full of weeds. It is a lawn. People tell me these days we shouldn't grow lawns, we should grow vegetables. You can't please everybody. Somebody asked me to say why I started smoking a pipe. You know, I don't really have a reason for it. It's just one day I decided, you know, I'd like to try a pipe. I was a heavy smoker when I was younger, cigarettes. But I didn't want to go back to cigarettes because they stink and they make you stink and they make your house stink and they make your car stink. And the minute you walk up to somebody, they can tell you smoke cigarettes because you stink. Which is something that didn't bother us back in the day because everybody smoked, everybody stank. So it was just part of the milieu that we lived in. I guess it's like back in the old days when nobody wore deodorant. Everybody smelled of body odor, so it was just something you were used to. We aren't used to those things anymore. But anyway, I mean, when I smoked, I loved cigarettes. I loved smoking. I smoked 3 packs a day, and I just loved them. But when my son was born, I said, I'm going to quit because I don't want him to feel that urge because he sees his dad smoke to begin to smoke. So I didn't smoke whenever he was growing up. And he used to aggravate the heck out of me because if somebody was smoking, he'd walk up to them, cough in their face, and say, "Oh, I hate smoke." He was a little twerp when he did that, and it just aggravated me so much. But anyway, whenever he got to be a teenager, like teenagers, he rebelled, and he started smoking. So all those years that I cut it out, what did it matter? Because obviously I didn't set an example for him because he was smoking now. For a while there, I smoked with him when we got together because, like I said, I love cigarettes and we both stank the same, so. But then I quit again, and I told him I didn't want any cigarettes anymore. That was about 10 years ago. So recently, I think it was around my birthday, I turned 77, February 14th of this year. And I just started thinking about pipes. So I went online and started watching all the pipe smokers and went to all the folks that you start out with and watched them to see if there was something that you needed to know about smoking a pipe because, you know, otherwise I would have bought one, stuffed some tobacco in it and puffed it down and said, "Bleh, I can't handle this." But the first pipe I got from Amazon. And when I got it, I just didn't like the look of it. And people on YouTube said, don't ever get a pipe from Amazon. So that's when I started looking to the other places, smoking.com and smokingpipe.com and such. And I can't remember what the first one I bought was, but I know I had a corncob pipe, and I started smoking that. And I decided I might like this. So I began to gradually collect pipes, as I've shown you. And I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know how to taste tobacco to describe it. But I think I just enjoy the sitting back. I enjoy the aroma of the tobacco whenever you're pulling it out of the bottle or the pouch. I like stuffing it into the bowl. Whether I stuff it right or not, I don't know. It doesn't really matter because it's all part of the ritual. And I like it. I like when you can occasionally blow smoke rings when there's no breeze. I mean, you can blow big smoke rings. That's fun. I like holding the pipe. I like clenching the pipe. I like different types of pipes. I like this one, which is my Bing's favorite. Where's the other one? I got this one and I like the shape, but it was a little heavy whenever it was clenched, so I got one that looked like a miniature of that, the same shape and everything. And I like that one better because it was easier to clench. And then I bought all those pipes on eBay, which is, this one here is one of them that if you can see that, I don't know if you can or not, but that dye that I put on it, it's coming off on my hands. So I'm not very good at refurbishing a pipe, that's for sure. And then I've got a bunch of, this is my Emerald, which, as you know, I complain about that stem every time because they didn't give me an emerald stem. And one of the ones that Paladin Piper sent me, I like that one too. And then I bought my first pipe that was made especially for me from my instruction, made by Simon in London Calling. And I like this one too. Takes a 9mm filter, which I found keeps that tobacco from getting all over my tongue. And I really like that pipe. But because I fiddled with this one myself, I like trying to find out if I can find something that I like. And Carter Hall is about the best one I've gotten in here. And I'm thinking that the way I went through it with the alcohol and the salt pack, might have left something in there that made it taste funny. So maybe the first couple of times, that's why. But that's the reason I started, because like I say, I turned 77, and I always said when I was younger, in my later years, I enjoyed smoking, so I'm going to go back to smoking after quitting all those years. And when I got to that age, I said, I don't want to smoke cigarettes. So I wanted a pipe, because I just like to see pipes in people's mouths. I like to see the smoke, smell the aroma of those decent aromatics. And I've been smoking on the inside of this house here, and nobody can tell when they come over. So it's not like a cigarette. I don't know why. I'm sure somebody does, but I don't. Didn't really have a story today. I just felt like chatting away. But I thank everybody that I learned from about pipes. I mean, I may not be the best with my learning, but what it boils down to is just enjoyment and relaxation. And every time I sit down with a pipe, I like to come on here and talk to the screen. So there you have it. I'll repeat the name one more time. Central Cal Piper. Get in touch. Let me have your name and address. And whenever I get that, I'll get in touch with smokingpipes.com. And they'll get that right out to you. At least that's what they told me, because I called them and asked them about it, and they said, yeah, they can Just give them the name, the address, and they will send it right out. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the good compliments that you give me. I'm glad that you enjoy the stories I tell. It's just memories from my youth, and sometimes I think that probably sparks your memories of your youth, especially if you were from the same time frame as I was. Or long for those times even though you didn't live through them. I lived through them and I still long for them because I miss the family, I miss the friends, because at this age you start losing so many through moving away and through just passing away. So I guess I'm rambling. Thank you, folks. I really appreciate it. I never thought that, I just never thought it was 4 for Paladin Piper, and then it was over for me. At least that's what I thought. But it's kind of grown. I've grown fond of it. Thank you, guys. Take care of yourselves. Get my finger over this thing. I wish you all the best. I hope your weekend has been good, and I'll say God bless until the next time. Bye-bye.